Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I'm here to give you my official predictions for the UFC 309 main card. UFC 309 goes down tonight, Madison Square Garden in New York City, New York. I'm pumped for this fight card. So many fights on the prelims and main card that are going to be so close. And then the main event, heavyweight GOAT versus light heavyweight GOAT, at least in my opinion. It's a legacy fight, though I don't think it'll be quite that interesting of a fight as it is, as it's being built up as. Anyway, to start off the main card, we get started with Mauricio Ruffy versus James Lontop. Now, Lontop and Ruffy are so much alike. Both are incredible strikers. I mean, their kicks, their punches. Ruffy probably fights from range of slightly better, but Lontop, he's just relentless. He throws everything with such power. Ruffy's very unique. He's got unique trips, very unorthodox spinning attacks, all of that stuff. Lontop also unique in his own ways. A lot of head kicks, a lot of fancy kicks, elbows. Both are very good in the clinch. However, Ruffy probably will have the disadvantage in the clinch, if I'm being honest. Both have good ground and pound skills, though Ruffy might be slightly better on the ground than Lontop, even though Lontop is good at reversing, getting to a bear position, getting up, or at least defending himself pretty well while on the ground. I give Ruffy this fight, though it is going to be an amazing fight. I mean, this fight is going to be very close in my opinion. I'm so excited for this fight, dude. It's going to be an amazing fight. Next up, Silva versus Aranjo. Now, Aranjo, she's decent at submissions. Most of her wins have come by decision. She's okay. She's got a little bit of a height and reach advantage. However, I would give this fight to Silva. I'd say Silva might have a slight advantage on the feet, and she has more submissions on the ground. So, based off of finishes, her record, probably a little more experience in the UFC, I'm pretty sure. Might be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure Silva has more experience in the UFC. I give this fight to Silva. Next up, Bo Nickel, Paul Craig. Paul Craig does have the experience on Bo Nickel. I mean, Bo Nickel just started not that long ago, like a few years ago, even training MMA. But Bo Nickel has moved up so greatly. I mean, he's moved up so fast. And, I mean, he's really an all-around fighter. You don't know how he's going to get you. All of his wins have come by finish. He'll tap you out. He can knock you out. I mean, he's got power. He's a very patient striker. You saw in the fight with Val Woodburn what he did in just like about 30 seconds. He's also really good on the ground. Like, he's an all-American wrestler. Very great wrestler. Paul Craig is decent on the feet. I mean, he's a brawler. He can brawl if he really needs to. He's also pretty unique on the ground. He came close to submitting Jamal Hill. In fact, he might have actually submitted him, but he had Jamal in a really tight armbar one time, and Jamal went on to be a champion. So, Paul Craig's got real good submissions, so does Bo Nickel. Nickel's got the wrestling advantage when it comes to getting down, and then the fight on the feet, I'd probably give that to Bo Nickel, but that would be an incredible thing to see. So, I'm giving this fight to Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel also, I'm pretty sure, is slightly younger. Might be wrong on that, but I don't think so. Anyway, the co-main event, Charles do Bronx Oliveira versus Michael Chandler. Chandler is a lot shorter. I mean, Oliveira has the reach height advantage. He can really use that. Oliveira is very technical on the feet and on the ground. Chandler's just relentless, but Oliveira usually keeps good defense. He's really tough. There's no quitting Oliveira. He's a lot more experienced than Chandler, even though Chandler has been in lots of wars. Oliveira's been at the top of the lightweight division in the UFC for quite some time now. I'd give this fight to Oliveira, though I do see Chandler probably rocking Oliveira a time or two, similar to how he did in the first fight. Anyway, I'd still give this fight to Oliveira. Yeah, I think he's a lot better technically, and he's, like I said, he's got the physical advantages. And if Chandler does take him down, we know he's relentless with takedowns. He loves his slams, things like that. Oliveira can just submit him if he needs to, because Oliveira's real good off his back. And if Chandler were to take him down, that's probably where Oliveira would end up. So I'm going to give this fight to Charles do Bronx Oliveira. The main event, Johnny Bones Jones versus Stipe Miocic. This is going to be a pretty good fight as well. I broke this down on my Instagram channel as well at Colton Only. Anyway, Johnny Bones Jones, I mean, he used to do some crazy things on the feet. He used to be a real good striker. He used to strike pretty often, but he's gotten a lot older. Not quite as old as Stipe. There is about a 5-year difference there. But John Jones, I believe he's a little more grapple heavy now. We saw that in the fight with Cyril Gane. And I don't think Stipe can really defend Jones's takedowns. I mean, and say Stipe were to try and take down Jones, it is unlikely. He doesn't go for many takedowns. But if he were, I don't think Jones would really have a problem defending. I mean, Jones has gotten a lot bigger over the years. They're the same height. I think Jones has a slight reach advantage. Could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure he does. Anyway, I think Jones would win on the feet because he's younger, he's faster, he's more unorthodox. He would use more kicks than Stipe would. Though I do think if they were to fight on the feet, Stipe would have the power. And even though John is very inactive, Stipe hasn't fought in 3 years, and John fought close to 18 months ago, which is a year and a half. So I would probably say I'd probably give this fight to John Jones. I mean, he's also a lot of fans thinks he's going to win. So I think John Jones is going to take this one by submission. And if I had to guess a round, I'm going to say round 3. I think Stipe puts up a decent fight on the feet, but I think Jones keeps taking him down, and maybe even a round 2 submission. But I think Jones takes this fight by submission. There you go. There are my UFC 309 main card predictions, and let's hope I'm right.